One, two, 1, 2. This is his lordship. Mic check. 1, 2. Okay, we in the building. There is a slight delay. What's up, grown folks? Mary Jean, Ferris in the building. Now, if my voice sounds funny, it's because I'm using a Bluetooth headset right now. So it's it is what it is tonight. But the Bluetooth headset is very expensive, but that don't matter. I don't brag about brands and stuff. Tender catering in the building. Am I loud enough? Can you guys hear me good enough? What's up, Grandma? Tender catering in the building. I hope you like that intro I did. Well, you told me you did, so but I did the intro for Tender Catering. Um, yeah, with these headphones, it has noise canceling, so I'm not even like listening to the playback. So I need for you to tell me if I sound good enough. And is the music too loud? Thank you, Grandma. Dionne Warwick is amazing. That's all I got to say. I have a double vinyl album of like 30 live songs by Dionne Warwick. I got Dionne live on vinyl. She's singing about 20 or 30 songs. I even have I have a lot of people live in concert on vinyl. I got Grover Washington. I think that's his name. No, I'm sorry. George Benson. I got George Benson live, Diana Ross live, Motown live on MPC, all on vinyl. You know what I'm saying? I got Dionne Warwick live. And that song, I Say a Little Prayer for Me, I have her singing it. I have Diana Ross singing it. I have Aretha Franklin singing it. I have several different artists on vinyl singing that same song. You know what I'm saying? So I like to do challenging jungle remixes. Jungle is this to me that's the ultimate futuristic black music. And so I like to contrast the past and the present. That's why I made an album called Mechanized Soul. It was an import for $32 a pop, and it had an OG on one side. It was a double front cover album. It had an OG on one side and a young G on the other. So on the one side, it looked like somebody from Motown, like an OG like Marvin Gaye. And then the other side, it looked like a black astronaut, and it was called Mechanized Soul. It was when the old school meets the future without being cliche, without the old bleeps and blurps. Like I hate retro futuristic music. If the music is futuristic now, when somebody say, "Hey, that wasn't a band," or "Hey, that was just a guy behind the computer," and they go, "What? Wow, I had no idea. That sounds like 5 or 6 people." That's futuristic to me, not the zips and the bleeps and the and the little funky futuristic sounds from the '60s. But that's cool too. But I'm just saying, some of these commercial artists make a futuristic sounding album. It's so cliche. It's like, come on, you're using 303s and 808s, and you're using Kurzweil 2000 keyboard. Come on, that's not the future. You know what I'm saying? You producers know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I was just listening to, I was gonna do a show on some things, and I do have a cliffhanger or a surprise video. So I hope that I can tease people and get people to hang out for the whole show, because at the end of the show, we're going to show a video of a victim of gun violence. It's going to be a gentleman who was shot at point blank with a shotgun, and he survived the whole ordeal. He was just standing at a bus stop, and all of a sudden, somebody shot him in the head, and he survived it. And he went to one of the best head trauma hospitals. Luckily, he lived in a city that had one of the best top three head trauma hospitals in the nation, if not the world. And only him and the lady whose face got ripped off or bit off by a panda, they are the only two people who made history for their trauma. Yes, indeed. Your boy, Lordship. I'm trying to bring it a little bit. I had the 360 Malcolm X video. I didn't produce it, but I remixed it. You know what I'm saying? And this video is also by another content creator. It got 1.3 million views, and I remixed it and cut it short because I didn't want to take his whole thing. And this guy do a lot of amazing videos. What he do is he meet people, I guess, on the street or whatever. He brings them to his studio. He does a photo shoot, and he does a interview. And you will see the name of his channel and company on the video. And most likely he's gonna flag the video, but I'm gonna take my chance, and hopefully he will allow me to rebroadcast the highlights of his interview. So I'm gonna save that towards the end. This is another pop-up live. And I heard LJ's response to the video that Vic had posted of of what the girl said from the squad about what how they viewed LJ and LJ's behavior. And because the squad and the young girl who spoke on it, um, you know, I find her story very believable. But of course, LJ went live and denounced everything. And what's up, Mid Clay? And she didn't have, it's funny how she always says she got receipts, and then she don't show it, but then when she do show the receipts, they don't look like anything. And everything that she finds relevant and important or incriminating only proves that she's a stalker, or it only proves that she's on the witch hunt. Before I even get into that, let me show something positive first before I get into that stuff. So let me find something positive right quick. Okay, here's something positive. I don't know if anybody have seen this, but this is very positive. One of the largest black-owned airlines is being run by a savvy 29-year-old lady. So a sister from the Bahamas, but she studied in America, and I don't know if she was born in America or whatnot, but she is a sister. And I want y'all to look her up, okay? This is something positive right here. All right. Oh, thank you, Tender Catering. See, when you're a member, when you follow Lordship on Instagram, you will see things that's going to appear in the show later. Things that it's like you get the behind the scenes with Lordship, artwork that I'm working on, video stuff, ideas that I want to present in future shows pop up on Lordship's Instagram channel. So feel free to do that. Hey, Lordship, I'll catch up with the playback. I got you. Okay. Because I was thinking about opening up a hotline. So I understand, Frida, but I was thinking about opening up a hotline so somebody can call in and confirm anything LJ's been saying in the past 9 months. All I need is one or two people to say, you know what? I was there when she did this and she and they, you know what I'm saying? Like confirm, like can a police officer or a lawyer or one of the family members that's involved in carbonation, can somebody call in and confirm anything that LJ has ever said live on YouTube? All right. And also, she don't know what doxing is, right? She don't know what doxing is, and she think she said that she asked a officer what doxing is, and the officer told her what doxing is, and she believed what the officer said. Now we have to believe that she talked to an officer. We have to believe that the story is real. And I've been following her for a year. She's really falling off mentally. Yes, but I agree. But what I'm saying is, you know, man, hold on. Let me put up some appropriate artwork because obviously this lady is dangerous. So let me put up some appropriate artwork. And Frida Thompson, please catch the playback. I understand, but I'm just going to do the show, and hopefully, that I'm just a content creator. I'm not a referee or things like that. So, yeah. Uh, as you can see, carbonation is at the top of the artwork, right above the name. You can see True, you can see Pice, you can see all of them at the top. But Nature Boy has his back to the audience on the far right. I used to go on her chat, and she was strictly Nature Boy, and then she slowly started talking about VIX people stalking her. Yeah, and started to try to play me against Vic and play each other again. Who is that weak-minded? Like, it's very. She's a. If she want to know why people watch her, because people are trying to catch her, like, like, like what, like, I don't even know how to put it in words. Like, what's your? Are you for real? Are you a real person? You've been sent here by the CIA. She's some kind of MK Ultra experiment, just like Charles Manson and these other guys. She was sent here to cause mischief and mayhem. You know what I'm saying? Dangerous is saying it lightly. I agree. But I'm not even trying to clown. This is not a bash session or nothing like that. This is just a observation. I she don't have the patience to watch my shows because I'm very thorough, I'm very clear. I speak in a way people can understand what I'm saying. They have time to grasp what I'm saying and prepare to hear what I'm going to say next. I'm trying to speak clearly. I used to do poetry, I used to rap, and all that stuff. So I know how to speak. Just like Farrakhan was a calypso singer before he was, the leader of the nation. And way back, he was a calypso singer. He actually had vinyl records and everything. And then he's a concert violinist on a concert level. So he know how to speak very well and phrase his word and speak with a rhythm. Yeah, men. Not I'm not dissing women, but men usually want to find out the facts, and especially if a girl is messy, a wise man wouldn't be so quick to jump up and say, "What the fuck?" Like the gossip stuff just don't play with dudes, um, especially when somebody has a history of being messy anyway. And then an adult male just doesn't, a man that's confident and secure and wise just don't trip off of those stuff like that. That's why a man, you know, let's say somebody used to date your girl used to date somebody when you was a teenager, right? And then that person moved to another state, um, and that person lived in a big house that was subdivided with his mom. Well, let's say you had a kid with the lady and you married her, but she still had a friend in California. And now as a family, you decided you wanted to move to California. You don't know nobody in California, but your wife have an ex-boyfriend in California. And you're man enough to say, you know what? Let's call them because you knew them from the old neighborhood. You knew their family anyway, and there was never no hard feelings. You say, hey man, can we want to move to California? It's we don't like where we at now. We ready to go. Um, we prepared to drive 4 days and 4 nights. Can you hold this up until we get our own place? And a secure, confident man can move his family with his wife, ex-boyfriend, who's moved on with his life, and you ain't seen him in 10 years or whatever, and keep it moving. Get a job, get your own place, move out. That person's mom becomes your surrogate mom. That person who used to date your wife a lot when she was a teenager is now your like your spiritual brother. And you know what? Later on, when you actually divorced your wife and got you a second wife, that same guy that was your first wife, ex-boyfriend, um, who let you move in with their family, he became your best man for your second wife, and his mom stood in for your mother because she was closer, and more available to be at the wedding. And that's what real men do. I'm just using that as a scenario. Um, Real men don't trip like that. So when you got a messy person saying this person trying to steal your throne, or you got these people in the chat that's trying to play you both against each other, you was the only one that fell for that. You was the only one that allowed people to play you against the other ones. You the one that accept every direct message and email with some shit. You are the one to be in control like a puppet. You the one to take everything for face value, and that's why you in the mess that you in now. You. I will stick with your content, Lordship. I will be respectful. I never had a I never had a issue with you or anybody really. I did have an issue. Something there was a little misunderstanding with one young lady, but I hope that she comes back. You know, and she might be in the background. I don't know, but yeah, I'm just showing you that real adults that are sane, that look at the bigger picture, don't trip like that. People that have all their faculties. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you do not have to evolve yourself in mess. Matter of fact, let me slide this artwork up just a little bit. Now, people who follow me on Twitter already know what this artwork consists of. But let me slide this artwork up so you can see people, other people who like to involve themselves in mess. Evelyn Underwood in the building. How are you doing? I'm chilling. You're late, but it's hey, you in the building for sure. Exactly. As you can see, the whole artwork, there are other people in this photo that like to involve themselves MS, absolutely. Yes, sir. Okay, absolutely. I keep it like a TV show. Once it goes off, I turn the channel. Exactly. If you're not a private investigator, if you don't have a license to practice private investigating, if you don't work for a law enforcement agency, if you're not NSI or NSA or CIA or FBI, etc., etc., etc. If you just a YouTuber at home in your little small town and you spreading gossip, rumors, hearsay, propaganda, and lies, then you're either a person on a witch hunt or you are a stalker. There's no if, ands, or buts about it. You are on a witch hunt and you're considered a stalker. Okay? Nobody is going to take a person, nobody's going to take a person that does something like this seriously. I repeat, nobody's going to take a person who does something like this seriously. All right? You're on a witch hunt. The whole time you were on YouTube, you were on a witch hunt. All right? Uh, it's funny how I would do cooking and no one would come watch that, but if there's drama, yeah, like if you was having if you was having a flower fight or a grape fight or something or a grease fire or something, yeah, they would oh yeah, you know your boy Lordship got receipts now. And when I show receipts, they're very on point, very prudent, and very effective and very relevant. It ain't gonna be no blurry screen or some bright screen you can't see what's on the screen. So let's get back to the doxing. Yeah, I bet you wish you could unsee that, huh? I bet you, yeah. I wish you could. I bet you wish you could unsee that. And thank you for that was from one of my Moles agents, Moles. I know sometimes you see the Moles logo at the beginning of videos, and that's what Moles do. Moles stand for making obvious claims, um, subjugate, uh, something like that. Making obvious claims. Endure subjugation. There we go. Making obvious claims, endure subjugation. That's what Moles. So whenever you see the Moles logo at the beginning of the video, you best believe it's gonna be good. All right. And I don't put that at the beginning of every video, but one of my Moles agents sent me that picture. Okay. And yeah, please tell me why you put yourself. I put myself. Please tell me why you put yourself in the video. Can you repeat that question? Because it's all good. I'm just trying to figure out what you're saying because the uh, the image is uh, Sammy Davis Jr. I never put my face in it, but yeah. So let's get back to the subject of doxing. Once again, she has no clue of what doxing means. Also, she has no clue of what privacy means. She never read anything about YouTube policies and Instagram policy. And if she did, she don't have the ability to comprehend it. There's 50 million videos that you can watch before you join Facebook, before you join Snapchat, Instagram, all these things. Google Hangout. There's 50 million videos you can watch. There's plenty of PDF files and websites. people opinions. Since you value the the man's opinion so much, you can watch the man's videos and learn a lot. The ones you make of LJ on IG. Please tell me why you put yourself in the video. Why don't I? And Mick she don't even know what a woman look like in the public. And Mick is let me know. Uh, I can bring you up to speed if there's anything you confused about. It's all gravy. We gonna work through this. We gonna get through this. All right. LJ, I was just before I went live, I was watching LJ on IG and something from maybe 14 hours ago. She was mad about Kiss the Veil or somebody said something about her in the squad, right? And she said she never wanted to be in the squad. She don't need the squad. But she doesn't understand there's one little problem with that. Anything you say after the fact has no value or no strength. There is a such thing as responding to statements, but when you make a statement like that, that's an after the fact statement. You never said that before it went down. Like if once you got booted out and if people ain't messing with you, when you make a statement like that after the fact, it has no value. Let's see now. I think she lost, but I think she lost about what I'm asking. I'm talking about the short one you made of her talking on IG. Hmm. You know what? I could have posted something by accident. I'm glad that you said that. I'm finna check right now and see did something go up by accident. Cause I be busy. I be moguling. I be sticking and moving. So let's see here. I don't see the. What the hell is this? Oh, okay. I'm gonna go back to the chat now. Are you talking about the one with Nature Boy and his crew and the baby and everything, and her voice is in the background? All right, cool. Because I want to know what you're talking about. And I do have a link. I'm thinking about opening up a hotline. I want somebody. I got a Hangout link. I want somebody to tell me uh, to confirm anything this person ever said. So she said giving a person name is not uh, is not doxing. She said she did not dox her son. She said saying her son's first and last name is not doxing. And she said because you don't know his middle name, that's not doxing. Well, first of all, you confirming the fact that he does have a middle name is is adding to the dox. It's a dox enhancement. Yes, telling his first and last name is doxing. Every time you put your phone screen to the other screen and showed your emails, you doxed everybody who could be seen on the screen. So you dox your lawyer's email or some guy who was trying to con you out of money to get you to pay him money to help you. You doxed him because he didn't want to help you for free. So you everybody that you have an issue with, you dox them. You let their phone number play across. You let your ex-boyfriend number play across. You show this all kind of information about your family from day one, and you did that on the to a medium called the World Wide Web. So you showed a lack of responsibility and you put your own life and family at risk and you breach your own safety and security. Now, if you go to anybody that's in law enforcement or anybody that can help you, they if you fully tell them everything that happened, which you won't, you will lie to them. So when you lie to someone, you cannot get an honest answer back from them, but you don't care about that. You just want the answer that you want. So you're going to give them loaded questions, either voluntary or involuntary, and then when you satisfied with their answer based on a bullshit question, you're going to run with that. But guess what's missing, and guess what's always hanging in the background? It's called reality. And the reality never changed. Reality is reality. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to check my DM and see what's going on. It must not be this account, so I'm gonna check another account. I'm gonna check that account. Okay, there's nothing in that account. Let's see. Now, which account did you you said you heard it, you was on the floor. Which account did you send it to, Tender Catering? I'm about to check right now. I just want to see which account you sent it to. Oh, cool. All right, don't dox me, okay? You wrote it under the picture. Uh, let me see. I'm going over to it right now. Switching to the other account. Let's see here. Okay. Uh, I need to know the one. Oh, um, cool. Um, I think I get it now. I think I get it. Um, that that's not really. I mean, I don't look. That's me, but I look nothing like that. Like that's just my voice, but I do not look like that character. Um, my African features are slightly more prominent, and the only thing that doesn't change is the reality. That's right. She's talking to Wavy. Okay. And you said the ones, please tell me why you put yourself in the video. That's not me. That's all. See, I don't make those kind of mistakes that LJ make. I throw out diversion. You know, just like a writer, a person who writes for a news column or a book, they may have a alias name that they use as an author, and so the name Patrick Cobbs is my author name, is not my name. You know, I would never put my real name on social media. And my name is so common that it's 50 billion people with my name, so you still will have a hard time finding me. And what's really funny is I have a lot of published material. My stuff is on Spotify um, and all that stuff. And I've been online before Spotify. I've been online since the middle '90s, publishing materials and releasing stuff. And so the best way to hide in front of somebody is to hide right there in their face. They said that the guy who shot Michael X with a shotgun, I don't know if you've seen that documentary on Netflix, he was hiding in plain sight. Well, yeah, she's talking to Wavy P, but guess what? Are we missing anything? Look, a conversation between her and Wavy P. Do you think that we're going to hear or see anything enlightening or anything that's going to help us maneuver through life. You see what I'm saying? Like I can just imagine what that conversation is about. That's you know what I'm saying? That's I ain't gonna even go there. It is what it is. So you know what? I think this is more real than that conversation. I'm gonna move over to the theater. I'm gonna move over to the theater and shout out to the people lurking in the background. I'm gonna move over to the theater and show you this short piece, and then we'll get back to talking and we'll wrap it up because this is another pop-up live. But if you got a weak stomach, I advise you to not look at the screen. Okay, this is a very dynamic, very tragic story. Very, it's very sad, and it's um, visually, it's gonna mess with you. Okay, so we're gonna rotate. We're gonna take a break, go a little off topic, and I'm gonna show you this piece.
Yo, man, I don't think they heard you. Why don't you tell them what your name is?
Okay, this is not my original footage. This is a film by Soft White Underbelly. The producer is Mark Latia. Very talented cinematographer. I give him all the credit, and I'm just showing this for Black History Month, and hopefully it's okay.
Tell me your story. You and I have, we've talked several times now, but I don't really know exactly the full details of what happened to you 5 years ago.
Okay. I was sitting at a bus stop, going home from work. A couple months later, I woke up in the hospital. I thought I was dreaming. The doctor told me that I was shot in the side of the head with a shotgun.
You were shot in the side of the head with a shotgun.
He said the only reason I survived because it was point blank range. He said if it was not point blank range, my head would be out of the streets.
And you'd be dead.
I'd be dead, yeah. And see, I can't see I get out of this left eye. My nose, I cannot smell or breathe at all.
Right.
And the skin here came off my leg.
They took a skin graft from your leg?
From my leg and put up here. Put up right here.
Yeah.
That screwed my head. I don't know if you can see this spot here. Yeah. Let's see. This spot right here, something right here. That spot right here. And then right up in here.
Right.
It says they put a skull back together, something like that, man.
Let me touch it.
So go ahead. It's
it feels totally natural.
I'm talking right in here. It did something, man. See, there's a spot right there, this spot here.
Yeah.
I don't know if they say they put screws or something in there. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure. I wouldn't doubt you got screws in there.
Yeah, yeah.
You probably got like more than a few.
My front brains is gone. They took
Yeah.
my front brains out. One doctor told me, he said, man, he got to me. He said, your brains was hanging out your head like a 9-year-old kid.
Your brain was what?
Hanging out my face.
Hanging out of your face.
My front brains, yeah. He told me, yeah.
Yeah.
And they had to remove it. And
They removed it?
yeah, it's my brain, my front brain. See, your back brain is your main brain. That's the back brain.
Yeah.
That's what you think with, move with, do all this with.
Yeah.
Now, this is my back brain. If I was survived, I might have been in a wheelchair. I prayed to, there's some guys in a wheelchair that use their tongue to.
Yeah, but you can walk and talk.
But yeah, and everything like that.
Before you'd been shot, your life, you were going to work, you had
Yeah.
You had a nice apartment somewhere, I assume?
Airplane apartment night, yeah, hotel apartment night, and I used to be a machinist. I used to make airplane parts at a machine shop.
Airplane parts at a machine.
Yeah, yeah, called Duchess. And this happened. So I tell you where I've been, but I can't tell you where I'm going. You familiar with that, right?
Yeah.
God is good though, man. It's dangerous, man.
So you're still in a dangerous neighborhood.
Yeah.
Skid Row, you're homeless?
Yeah,
Where are you sleeping?
at the I sometimes see at the federal court building on here on the First Street.
Just like in the corner of the building,
Yeah, in the corner of
but basically on the street.
Reservation Street. But see, you can't see from the sidewalk. And then the security, they got security at nighttime. That is okay, but I got to get out of here at 6 o'clock in the morning though.
Yeah, so you got a good spot.
Yeah, I got a good spot out down here. No way. No,
So
no.
I mean, are you frustrated or bitter or angry about what happened to you?
I can't help it, so I accept it.
You were always this way, or you've come to accept that?
I've always been this way, you know. You get,
Like when you woke up months later and you realized you're missing the right side of your face and brain.
and I said, oh my goodness, I'm gonna tell you something else. I haven't looked at myself in about 2 years. I looked in the mirror to see where I could see myself in over 2 years.
Yeah. How's your vision? Can you see?
And now I can kind of see this right here.
Yeah.
And I don't look at myself over 2 years. And it was I've been about it. I said, man, well, things happen. I just gotta accept that, you know, and keep moving on.
Your attitude is amazing.
Yeah, have to, man. I can't change it. I can't stop living now.
So, you know, whenever I hear somebody complaining about their
Yeah.
tough life, I think about you.
Yeah, I can't stop living. I gotta live on. Definitely. God is good.
And people help you out on the street.
You come around and help me out a little bit, yeah.
I'm sure you certain.
Some is, some ain't. Some kids like me. They come and talk to me and everything. And some will cry.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But someone walk up to me, hi, and talk to me.
That's nice.
I said, okay, how you doing? Okay. Bye. I said, bye. Some scared, some not. Some grown people scared, some not, you know. Vice versa.
So they ever caught the guy that shot you?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know who did myself. I don't know who it was. I don't know.
Did you see him coming, or just?
No. I can't remember. Last thing I remember, I was sitting at the bus stop. And wham.
Oh,
That's
you don't
it.
even remember it happening.
I remember it never happened. That's that thing I was sitting at. I know. With the bus stop, sit there. And that was it. That was, I never had, they said I had 23-hour surgery.
23-hour surgery.
That was it. I had 23-hour surgery. 23-hour surgery.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. They said, General Hospital, man, they one of the top hospitals in the nation as far as head trauma.
I'm sorry, say that again.
They said, General Hospital right here, USC Medical Center?
USC Medical Center.
They said they one of the top 3 hospitals in the nation as far as head trauma.
Oh, is that right?
That's what they said, yeah.
For head trauma.
For head trauma, especially head trauma, yeah. One of the top,
You went to the right place.
yeah. One guy seen me. He said, man, I read about you. He said, they got you in the medical history book for surviving what happened to you.
Yeah.
He said, me and this other lady. You ever heard about that lady that the chimpanzee ripped her face off or something like
Yeah,
that?
the monkey tore.
They said, me and her in the medical history book. Yeah, because they can believe we survived what happened to us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Amazing.
So it kind of derails your life a bit.
Somewhere, I don't know. Since I get situated, then I get together and I'm gonna live on. Things happen, you know,
Things happen. They happen to you.
and things happen unexpectedly. So I'll be able to take this negative and turn it to something positive.
Yeah. What words of advice would you give people?
Keep your trust in God. That's the only advice I got. Keep your trust in God. Like the word said, in God we trust. Keep your trust in God. He's the way to light the truth, and the only way. That's it.
Jerry, you're beautiful and amazing.
Yeah, this is great, man. God is good, man. He stay with me every day. What time is it?
Let's see. It is 12:47.
12:47.
He said, God is good. Keep your trust in God. God is good. He stayed with me every day. We should be grateful for all we have and thank God our problems are not that bad. Exactly. Exactly. And some of you have seen this before. I just saw it. I think it's about 8 months old, and it has 1.3 million views. So he might get a notification that his lordship used this material, but really I was using it for educational purposes. I wanted to share some light on this. I thought this was an amazing story. He does great interviews and photos. I thought his audio was the audio was rough, but I know how it is. I'm a multimedia artist myself, and sometimes it is what it is, and sometimes you got to capture the moment, and you may have a a subject that unpredictable, and the timing got to be perfect, and people sometimes it's hard to hold people down, and you got to do what you got to do, and I'm sure he gave that brother a meal. you know you know he's going to have a great career. That dude is still homeless, but he's been interviewing these subjects, and he interviewed people who was hooked on heroin, LSD, pedophiles, all kind of people. And I, I was interested in doing interviews like that on the street, but not bringing them into my personal environment. But he's doing what I imagine doing. I have the ability to do, but he's actually doing it. So shout out to him. Yeah, lately I've been showing other people great stories because even though they get a lot of views and have a lot of subs, these YouTube streets are huge. I mean, before I even went live, I'm so off in another zone because I'm a fan of Linda Moulton Howe. I've heard of Linda Moulton Howe from listening to the Art Bell show on AM radio. Before Art Bell passed, he had a 5-hour show every day on AM, and then he would do ham radio for 2 hours after that, and he had a special show on the weekends. So yeah, it's all good, man. I just wanted to share that with y'all, and I thought it was an amazing story. And there's another story called Hole in the Head. I don't know if you saw that. I actually showed that story, and I got flagged while I was live. So I'm gonna find another way to show that story again. But Hole in the Head, it was a guy who was experimented on with radiation when he was a child, and he has a hole in his head, and he survived, and he lived long enough to tell the story. He may still be alive, but when he told the story, he was already up there in age. But to live that long with a hole in your head is an amazing story. Yeah, these doctors was experimenting on young black children, and when they realized they left the radiation on him a little bit longer than they should, they looked at each other and they knew they messed up, but they just kept it moving. He didn't get no services or no restitution for that, but he survived it. Yes, people. I agree. People should see this, and I don't know what to do. When I see things like this, I just want to speak on it. I want to show it, and I'm gonna try to do more editing, like I did with the Malcolm X video, because the Malcolm X video actually was from the New York Times. So I am doing high risk shows right now, but I do understand algorithms, and I know how to play with them just a little bit. But shout out to Soft White Underbelly. You do amazing work. I want to follow in your footsteps. And so I'm watching Vic and Wavy P talk to each other right now. And, we done heard them talk before. I don't know if anything new being discussed, but shout out to Vic. But they're not arguing, they're talking calmly. And it's weird because it was Latanya and Wavy P, and now it's Vic and Wavy P. That's crazy. Let me see. The audio on this tablet may not be that good. I'm using a headset mic, but let me turn the volume up.
Said call in. Oh shit, she gotta call
Well, this is some of my cinema. This is some of my cinematography skills. I shot this at the Palace of Fine Arts, and I think that I want to sit in the background and just observe a few things on these YouTube streets. And I appreciate everybody for showing up. And let's forget about that picture that we saw earlier. Let's just try to erase that out of our minds and keep it moving. And thanks for coming through, because like I said, that other video was like the grand ending of the show. So we're gonna move over to the you know what, I'm gonna change the outro. I'm gonna use one of the old animations for the outro, for old time's sake, instead of using the Lordship outro. All right. So peace and hair grief. I hope we all got a good laugh. And here's one more thing to leave on a happy note. Okay.
And you know what you need? Is a soak in a bathtub. Put some bubbles in there with some Epsom salts. Get you some wine. If you don't drink, it's apple cider. Get you some fruits. Sit your ass in that tub and just relax. Because tonight at 10 o'clock, I am going to take you to ecstasy. I'm going to give you pleasure that you've never experienced before in your life. I'm going to take you to your grown and sexy. I'm going to make all you ladies feel so sexy tonight. Y'all going to want to put on some lingerie. Fellas, you might even get some tonight. Because I got some dedications to some. So I hope to see y'all tonight in Lover's Lane.
I'm going to make you feel it.
Good night, folks. I gotta close the business and clean up and head home. It's been real. It's been wonderful, and I appreciate you showing up. And hit that like button on the way out. All right. Peace and hair grease.
I'm the magnificent.
Tell them what your name is. Yo, man, I don't think they heard you. Won't you tell them what your name is?